What's going on? It's Rico. This is the section of effects and subgroups and automation. So let's see what I've done to this track so far from the top with automation, effects, and subgroups. Awesome. Okay, notice all I've done here anyway is I've just doubled this to make the track a little longer. Okay, so let's take a look first at our drum group. Click it open. We'll start off with our kick. Excellent. And let's look at our automation. Okay, here's some volume automation. What I've done is once the kick comes in, it starts off at about 50% and climbs back up to regular volume. And then here, I've also automated an insert. Let's take a look at our insert here. Right here for our kick. And the insert is the M filter. All this doing is applying a filter. Let's take a look at it. There we go. And let's take a listen to the kick. Yep. That's about it. Low pass, high pass filter, low cut to get rid of all the low end. And then turns off. There it is. You see that? Oh. And then good. That's just to help add some movement to the track. So let's go to the next part here, which is our claps. Our claps, all I've done is applied the same filter, that M filter here, to give it that low cut. And then some volume automation to let it climb a little bit. Good. Kicks in now. Full volume, no low cut. Beautiful. Okay. Claps, I've done nothing. Hi-hats, just a little bit of volume automation off the top. The cowbell, I've done nothing. And the drum fill, just some volume automation. So let's hear all the drums all together. And drum kit from the top. Okay, volume's climbing, kick and snare, a fill. Good, okay, beautiful. There's our drum kit. Now let's go to the loops. We'll look at each loop. Loop 1, some volume automation climbing. Loop 2, volume automation. Loop 3, volume automation. So, nothing big here. Just increasing the volume with time. Here's this loop. And then these two kick in here in 4 bars. Now. Good, lots of space. Lots of stereo width. Beautiful. Let's go to our effects. Okay, just volume, volume, and volume. Click all those on. We'll start it off about here. These are all our risers and our effects up to the drop. Excellent. Okay, now we're going to go to our synths. This is where it gets a little bit interesting. Let's take a look at our lead synth. I've done nothing to it, so we'll click that on here for now. It's just a pad for the whole track. One volume, does not change. The next would be this analog phaser. All I've did was in Nexus, I've automated the low cut filter. So if we listen to this, you can see the low cut filter is increasing and allowing more of the highs to come in. And it's getting brighter and brighter and brighter until the drop. And then actually, this is gone after. Doesn't repeat it on the track. I have to remove it completely. I found it was too busy over here in this section after the drop. Good. Now, we'll put those both together after I show you what's going on with this ARP here. Okay. The arpeggio here. Okay, has the same cut filter, automated cut filter, so not doing much. Let's do a little bit, and then the volume is the same throughout. Originally I had it increasing, but I like it flatline. So all three of these together. We're going to go to the lead first. We'll get to that additive one in a second. All I've done is I've added another low cut filter using another plugin here called One Knob Filter right here. Great little plugin. If you just want a quick filter, you can add on to any track, nice and easy. We'll take a listen to this by itself. There we go, off the top. Here. You can see slowly it's rising through. Now let's go to the additive one. This one I've done two things, the same one knob filter and some volume automation. So let's take a listen to this. With the lead together. Excellent. Good. So all of our synths into the track. Now we'll go to the glitches. I've done nothing, and I've done nothing. Okay, for automation. Bass, I've done nothing for automation on bass either. Okay, beautiful. And that's all the automation. Now, let's go to our group tracks for our drums. I've added Isotope Ozone 5. And with this plugin, I'm using the Gentle Tube preset, which is basically a little bit of reverb, harmonic exciter in the low mids, and slightly in the high mids there, and a little bit of compression. And if you look at the compression here, 1 to 1, 1.2, 1.1 to 1, so there's hardly any compression happening here. And then I've added for saturation, FabFilter Saturn, one of my favorites. I'm using the Tube Transient preset, very low amount of saturation here, 8%, right? Rolled off the lows, and all the saturation is happening in the mids and the treble. Excellent. So before these plugins, let's listen to the drums. Okay, here we go. This is before. Great. Now this is with it with ozone. Yeah, just cleans it up a little bit. And then with Saturn, there we go, has a little bit of balls. Without, and with. Yeah, great. Okay. Loops. This is what I've done. I've added some compression, very, very mild compression. And let's go back here. And a little bit of delay. So you see there's only like 1 dB of compression happening just to glue the tracks together. Yeah, 1.5. Very, very little. Anything under 2-3 dBs of compression is just glue compression. Great. And I've added some stereo delay here. Very low in the mix, 12%, 7%, just to add a little kickback. You hear that? Right here. There, just to let it trail out a little bit. Okay. Okay. And for the bass, just some compression here, a little bit of compression, under 2, under 3 dBs. This is just to make it glue together. There. Perfect. For the synths, okay. Once again, I've added my sausage fattener, 13 and 40. I've added some compression here. This compression is actually side chained with the kick so that it ducks when the kick is making sound. You can hear the pumping. Good. And then I've added the Waves Stereo Tap 2 to give it a little delay in the left and right. Let's hear that again. pull that back, that's clipping. Back. Okay, good. So there's that. In the glitches, look at this right up here. Okay, glitches, we have nothing going on. Effects loop, just the sausage fattener, and that's at 22% and 0 for color, so I'm not messing up the tone. Great. So this basically is our track. What we're going to do now is I'm going to export all of this. Actually, you know what? We're going to go to the tube bus and we're going to work on the tube bus. Okay, I'm Rico. I'm out. I'll see you in the next episode. Later.